Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 46 of our Season 2 for Medieval Dynasty. We're going to start out today by tripping over the season and then harvesting all of our oats. We're going to be sleeping nights while we try to process our oats and see what we can do to pass the time into spring, or summer rather, so that we can get that flax haul done. We're also going to use the rest of our flax to see what we can make and sell for this season change. Hopefully we'll be able to clean out the valley one more time. So if you guys learn anything useful or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and log in. Alrighty, here we go. So we are right next to our bed, which lets us go to sleep. I hope everybody had a fantastic day. It's Friday, so we're headed into the weekend, and that's awesome. There we go. So now we can, whoops. We are going to want to switch into our scythe, I think. And get our wife to pay our taxes. So 12,000. That's not too bad. Oh, Alaric's got a quest for us. Daddy, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. You can't be growing this fast. Oh, that's what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. That's fantastic. What? Nothing. Why are you asking? When I was in one of the villages with Mom, there was this girl, a pretty one. I think I felt bugs in my tummy. Is that love? It might be, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Have you talked to her? He's 5. No, I didn't want to bother her. Is that true? Are you sure you weren't just nervous? What should I have said, anyway? That depends on who she is and what she likes. The best way to get to know that is to simply ask. That's actually really solid life advice. That seems easy enough. It really is. Just be yourself and everything will go smoothly. Or not, but that's fine too. Thank you, Dad. I'll ask her if she wants to arm wrestle with me. Maybe don't start with that one. I know what could help. There's a thing all girls love equally, flowers. That is patently not true. I have dated 2 women that did not like flowers. That's good advice. Can you get me some? Sure, I'll pick fresh ones, especially for you. In a minute. You know, that really is solid advice for dealing with not just women, but anybody in general. Is, you know, get to know them. That's the only way that you're going to be able to talk about their interests or have any kind of a meaningful connection, even if it's non-romantic, is to talk to somebody and get to know them. And don't be afraid to talk to people. Even if it's not, I mean, if you are romantically inclined, that's awesome, but if you're not, that's fine too. But don't start off with hitting on people. You want to start off with getting to know them to see if it's even worth your time to seriously consider dating. Because that attraction has to go both ways, and there are some people that are absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, and then they open their mouth and, yeah, pass. And the reverse is true. I've dated some women that were not classically pretty, that were fucking awesome people. I mean, it didn't work out for various reasons, but it had nothing to do with looks. But that's the kicker. You want to make sure that it's not only worth your time to talk to them, but that it's worth their time to talk to you. Because even if you're attracted to them and they're super into you, if they don't share any of your interests, they are not going to have a good time. And for the love of God, don't go into relationships thinking you're going to change somebody. The only person that can change someone is them themselves, and they have to want to change. So don't even attempt it. If it would be the perfect mate, if only, then they're not the perfect mate. So there's your random life advice from Psych for the day. Only semi-opinion based. Oh, you know what? We are harvesting the fields, which means it's time for another random Psych story time. I was actually thinking about that when I was editing the video yesterday for Wednesday's stream, and wondering what story I could tell when we went to harvest. So So it's kind of funny. I almost completely forgot about it. So today we're going to talk about the time that Psychotic accidentally stole a bike and returned it. But it was an accidental theft. I meant to steal the bike. I didn't mean to steal the bike from the person I stole the bike from. So we went to a place that was called the FOE. It was the Federal Order of Eagles, which is kind of like an adult fraternity, basically. But it was the only place in the small town that I lived in that we could play pool. And we were all underage, and they were fine with underage people in the bar to play pool, but you had to be out by 10. That was their rule. And it was prior to 10. So I had met up with a bunch of my friends. I was in high school. I think it was my sophomore year, so I was probably 14, 15. And a bunch of our friends were going. Some of them were seniors, some of them were younger. There was a bunch of us. There were like 7 or 8 of us. And we showed up, and one of our friends rode a very specific bicycle. And we saw it chained to a street sign in front of the FOE. So we were going to teach him a lesson that it is not a bright idea to chain your bike to a street sign because people can just lift it up and off and ride away with your bike. So I got his bike because I was the only one of us big enough to reach and strong enough to do it. I got his bike, lifted it up off the street sign, chain and all, and walked it around to the back of the FOE and parked it in the back alley. And so we go in, we play pool. We're in there for like 3 hours. And we come back out, and everybody's getting ready to take off, and he's talking to us, and he says, all right, well, you guys have a good night. And he starts walking towards the back alley. And I said, oh, dude, did you see us put your bike back there? He's like, no, I parked my bike back there. Well, none of us noticed that there was another identical bike back there because it was back behind the trash cans, so it didn't get stolen. And it turns out that we took some random person's bike off the street sign in front of the bar, completely by accident. So I had to go back and get the bike and go back to the street sign and lift it up and hook the chain back over the street sign and put the bike back. So that was the time I accidentally stole a bike. And it is still, to this day, kind of funny. Sell for very much. Ooh, coins. I do so love coins. And we do have a little bit to make back. I'm hoping that we can get to 750 today. 750,000. But we do have a little bit to make back because of what we spent on taxes. So there's 12,000 there that we started in the hole. So we'll see how this goes. Alright. We're almost done with this. Most of our time this season, I think, is going to wind up being eaten up by dealing with this. I still want to make sure that we get that run done, though. So I want that 750,000. We do have a release date for the co-op patch, though. Update, whatever you want to call it. The one that's going to give us the new map, too. Stesso actually dropped something in Discord. He's the one that found it. I want to say it's December, like 4th or something like that, but I could be wrong. You might want to double check me on that. I'm terrible with dates. I'm pretty sure it's in December. So that's exciting. Alright, so I don't know if we're going to be able to carry all of this up to the windmill or not, but we are definitely going to try. So let's grab these coins and see if he can handle this weight. Do we have enough flax seeds for... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot we still had extra flax seeds left. We're going to be fine with flax seeds. Alright, so we need to leave behind 700 of these. So we're going to take 5,033. No, we're going to take 5,000. We're going to leave the 33 for their oopsies. So 5,000 should turn into 10,000, I think. Because it takes 5 to make 10. Woo! You got off on the wrong side of the horse, dude. Hey, Alex, what's going on, man? I was talking about you Wednesday night. I was wondering where you were at. I wanted to see how the new setup with the fields went. Let's see if this makes 10,000. I'm pretty sure it should. Yep, we got 10,000 flour. So that's a lot. What's 10,000 divided by 8? 10,000 divided by 8 is 1,250. We're gonna get 1,250 rye out of rye cakes out of this. A work trip. Well, that's snazzy. Did you have fun, or was it like the boring kind of work trip? Oh, you know what? I might actually be able to afford a new PC by the time that update comes out, too. So that's the first big thing I'm going to save up for once I get my account balance back to where I'm comfortable with it. I'm going to try to get a better PC so that we can start streaming better games. But we will wait until after we've played the new map, because I'm going to play the new map. I'm so excited for that. I've been waiting for a while. Just want to get something to... Who's happy to see you live? Well, that's exciting. Generally speaking, it used to be every day, but I recently, 2 weeks ago, got a new job, so now it's 4 days a week. And then on Sundays, I think... Last Sunday we played a random game, and I think we're going to make a thing out of that, because I can't really stream on Sundays, because I won't be able to edit it in time for the new stream for Monday. So we're just going to stream a random game on Sundays just for shits and giggles. And not have it be part of our series. That way I don't have to edit it. But yeah, now we do more or less every other. We're Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Because about half of the... I guess it's like 47% of my audience watches the streams. And then the rest of them watch the videos. So I didn't want to leave either one hanging, since I couldn't edit the videos and record the videos every day anymore with the 8-hour shifts. Whatever happens to take my fancy. I pretty much play anything except competitive first-person shooters. I'll play co-op first-person shooters. I don't like the competitive stuff. I think last week we played Vermintide. I don't know what I want to play this week. We'll see Sunday what I feel like. But it's just a random game. And I mean, if anybody has any suggestions, we can totally throw them up on the Discord, and I will take them into consideration for Sunday, for certain. But yeah, it's just a... I like hanging out with you guys, but I don't want to lock myself into an unsustainable... Like, I won't be able to edit anything because of work on Monday, so I don't want it to be our Medieval Dynasty stream. Oh shit, it's nighttime. Let's go sleep so that we can pass the time. I was carried away. And we were doing buckets in divisors of 3, because if you have a bucket that's 1 out of 10, you can't fill that bucket. The game won't let you. So you have to wait until it's completely empty. So rather than having a bunch of buckets stuck at 1 because it uses 3 water for the flatbread, instead of having a bunch of buckets stuck at 1 and having to make new buckets for each cycle, we just make our number of buckets evenly divisible by 3, and it takes care of that problem quite neatly. I'm super stoked about the update, yeah. I don't know if they have plans for the economy. The part that I'm really wondering how they're going to handle is the female playable character. Because if the females are out for 2 years with each childbirth, how are you going to handle having a female playable character and still having an heir? I'm hoping that they do something like add a creature school or something like that, so that we can not lose all of our moms for 2 years. That's my hope, and I seriously doubt that that's the way that they went with it, but that was something that I was hoping would happen. That's not what I meant to do at all. Stop. Handcrafting bags. I mean, we still have a lot of moms that are out right now. If we look at mothers, all of these people are currently not oh my god. There's more than a page of moms. Oh, no wonder we don't have workers everywhere right now. When the children... I mean, the children are just... our population's over 100 and only 47 people are working. Less than half. That's so many kids. It's season 1 all over again. This might actually be worse than season 1, to be completely honest. I thought I was being smart by how we staggered when we recruited people, and I forgot or didn't realize, probably didn't realize, that the village people don't start having children. Well, okay, so the village people never had children. The people that live in the village don't start having children until after your heir is around. I had a beautiful city around the lake near Danica and accidentally deleted... Oh, no! So many Rugrats. Was happy I would eventually have lots of apprentices. Was so upset that I quit playing for a bit. I feel you. James, who was on here just a little bit ago, actually lost a 12-year-old village by accidentally saving over it. So, yeah. I have not had that happen to me in this game, but I have had that happen to me in other games. I lost a save when I was younger of max time clock in Final Fantasy VII. So I was over 99 hours and 99 minutes. And I had a power outage at the same time I was saving, and it corrupted my save. I was so upset. I didn't help that I was in, like, middle school at the time. Yeah. I was not a happy camper. That is for sure. So let's see about... Yeah, let's do that mine run after all. For the new villages? Yeah. I'm super excited for the new map. It's going to be fun to explore it, too, and figure out where to build, where the giant flat spots are and whatnot. I'm super stoked for the new map. This map's fun, but we've done it to death at this point. And I don't just mean we as in, like, my stream. I mean, like, everybody has done this map to death at this point. Because it's been the only one for so long. I am kind of curious, though, about playing the other Dynasty games that they have, like the Mining Dynasty, to basically mine in the earth with actual mining machines and build a dynasty out of that. I'm curious as to those. It's basically a logging version of Medieval Dynasty, as best as I can tell. I have not... That's one of the other ones that I... Oh, 25 episodes, so we got 50 hours out of it. Which is still not unreasonable. Thanks for looking, Stesso. I appreciate that, man. But, yeah, Lumberjack Dynasty and the Mining Dynasty are two that I was interested in trying out, but I don't know. I'm worried that they might turn out to be like Farming Simulator, which is fun, but I don't want to subject you guys to that because it's fun to play, not to watch. Yeah, I don't know if you were on in time or not, Stesso. I was talking about Sundays. I think we are going to make that a thing. We're just going to do random game Sundays now. So if you guys have any suggestions as it gets close to Sunday, don't be afraid to drop something in Discord. I can't guarantee I'll go with it, but if it takes my interest, I might. But we're just going to pick random games that I don't have to worry about editing. That way we can have a good time and not lose the time together, but also not be stuck with an unrealistic extra. Been playing since FS19. No Man's Land's your favorite map? Yeah. I actually think 19's the one I started with too, James. Forked my life, messed it up again. 13 episodes play. Oh, you counted the cut videos as well. Well, it's still 26 hours, and we didn't pay $26 for it, so it met the metric. Seems like the publisher is shipping asset dumps and accidentally created a masterpiece with this one. Well, if you look, each one of them is a different studio. The publishers have been the same. It's been Toplets through them all. But each one of the games is developed by a different studio. So I think the studio that they had designed this game actually gave a shit, and that made a difference. Because of course it did. He's in bed, isn't he? You little shit. Wake up. Oh, hi. Hi. There you go. Fresh flowers for my little womanizer. I have no idea what girls see in them. Me neither. Maybe they want to be reminded of the gorgeous colors the world can assume. They also smell nice. So what should I say when giving them? Tell her that these flowers reminded you of her beauty, so you decided to pick them. But they would look much better in her hand than yours. Nah, I don't want to sound like a wuss. Called out by the kid. Okay. Alright, I'll ask Mom to go to the village soon. Great, I'll ask tomorrow how it went. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing, because we're about to go to bed. You're here, so how did it go? She liked the flowers very much. Great, and then? I asked her a few questions to get to know her better. Very smart, you showed an interest in her, so what happened next? I told her I loved her. Ouch. We're gonna go with that was brave. Anyway, she told me she's flattered, but she's married. What? How old is she, then? Bit older than Mom, I think. Damn, son, you sure aim high. You'll probably get better results with someone your age, though. She said the same thing. So what have you learned today? The girls are stupid. I don't know that I go that far. You know, statistically speaking, women are actually more intelligent than men. Well, and that's kind of a touchy subject because it's not so much that their IQs are higher than men, it's that their curve for intelligence is more normalized, whereas the men's curve is flatter. So we have more people that are further on the intelligence spectrum than most females, but we also have people that are further on the stupidity spectrum than most females, whereas most of theirs are towards the middle. Just another way genetics are different. Well, humans are stupid in general, but I don't think that was the lesson I intended. Alright, that's fair. That sounds like something I would say. What is the lesson, then? That failure is never the end of a journey, merely a setback that we need to overcome. You like logging, but you don't like it that much? Fair enough. And we're going to see just how far we can get with this. So, since we are at our main village, we are going to start the loop the other way this time. So we're going to hit Danica, and then we're just going to head south and hit those two, swing up to Gustovia, and then head across like normal. So I think that's going to be the most efficient way to do that. Let's look at our coinage. So right now we've got 746,771.2. But we're actually going to add 12,000 to that because I don't want taxes coming out. Those taxes are part of our cost. No, you know what? I want a real number. I want to see how much we have in the valley this time because it's been reducing, and I want to see by how much it's reducing. 746,771.2. All right. So when we pick our next game, guys, because we are coming up on our million fairly quick, we need to account that it needs to be something that we can finish inside a month, so that we will be ready for the patch for this to come out. So we're going to have to pick something relatively short. Stesso's ready on that click button. Or clip button. I almost always fall when we're out here. Sometimes due to my own stupidity, and sometimes because my horse is just like, wee! Well, that's a tree. I was looking at chat and almost ran headfirst into a tree. Fantastic. Made it through all of the hard stuff and didn't actually fall this time, then hits a tree right outside the village. That would be the story of my life. You know, since almost everybody missed Sykes childhood story time during the field harvest. I will give you guys another Sykes childhood story about running into a pole while not paying attention. So when I was 5, I had this idea that I wanted to be a paperboy. Now, when Syke was young, Syke did not like clothes. So I would wear the bare minimum that I was able to legally leave the house in, which was usually underpants. And I was riding my bike around in the neighborhood, and I was showing Mom at how good I was getting at riding around with just one hand and pretending to throw newspapers. And I was looking back at her to make sure that she was looking at me to see how well I was doing, because I was 5. I mean, what do you want? And I ran face first into a telephone pole without wearing a shirt. And it took her almost 3 hours to get all of the splinters out of the side of my face, my neck, my chest, and my stomach. Yeah, unfortunately it's not the first time I've sat for multiple hours with tweezers. There was another time where I rode a dirt bike into a patch of teddy bear choya. That wasn't fun either. That was the night of my first school dance. I was in 7th grade. It was our first school dance, and I was going to be late. And I knew I was not supposed to wear shorts when I rode my dirt bike. One of Mom's friends got divorced, so she, in an effort to hurt her soon-to-be ex-husband, sold both of their dirt bikes for $50 to us. So my stepdad got a 250 and I got a little 50, and a super small bike. But I was not allowed to wear it without jeans on and boots. And I was going to be late for the school dance. I was supposed to go to my friend's house, who lived a little over a mile away. And my bicycle wasn't going to make it there in time, so I hopped on in my gym shorts and my t-shirt, and I took off across the desert, because we lived in Arizona at the time, and I ramped off of a dirt hill trying to save some time by not following the roads, by going in between the roads, and tipped the bike in sugar sand when I landed, and the exhaust pipe landed on the inside of my knee, right where my shorts rode up. And I burned the absolute piss out of the inside of my knee. I still have a scar, and I'm in my 30s now, almost 40. And that was when I was in 7th grade. But I burned the shit out of my leg. And then, because now I'm even more late because I tipped the bike and burned the crap out of myself, that I was hurrying, so I floored it to get there in time, and rode straight through a patch of teddy bear choya. And they call them teddy bear choya because the needles are so densely packed that they look like they're furry. And yeah. Yeah. And the funny part is I still went to the school dance that night with my knee all burned to shit. And I went to my first school dance, and then I missed the next 6 weeks of school while my knee healed because I couldn't bend it.
See you soon.
It was rough. And the sad part is the girl that I liked, I didn't even get to dance with because she missed the dance entirely. Let kids be kids, they said. I'm telling you guys, the fact that I survived to adulthood is a fucking miracle. God takes care of the idiots and the drunks, and I don't drink that much, so...
Have a good day.
I was voted my freshman year in high school the least likely to live past 18. I'm kind of impressed I made it to 18. Well, I guess now that everybody's on, because I don't think that we really had any viewers when I told my first story. I'll retell the first story because it's short. So the one that I did while we were harvesting is the time I accidentally stole a bicycle. My husband just bought a motorcycle. I'm a little bit worried. I wouldn't be. Chances are your husband's smarter than I was at that age. I would certainly hope so. It's not like it's that hard to do. As long as he's careful, he'll be fine. Bikes really aren't that dangerous. It's the other idiots you have to watch out for. I used to be... I had a lot of shenanigans as a kid. There's a reason the screen name's Psychotic. Sometimes sometimes people's intrusive thoughts win, and mine's usually the other way around. They usually win. I was the kind of kid that, we'd be playing back by the creek and somebody'd say, I wonder if that log will hold our weight. And before they'd finish talking, I'd already jumped to it. That was me. I do that in games, too. The whole, I wonder if there's fall damage in this game. And you turn to look and Psych's already gone. He's like halfway down the drop. So if it makes you feel any better, my cousin, when she was roller skating, the very first time she roller skated, she fell and broke her left arm. And she had just gotten the cast off. Oh, Kingman, nice! I've been through there a couple of times. But, yeah, she had just gotten her cast off from having fallen and broken her arm while roller skating. And we decided that we were going to go to the rink again, so she wanted to go. And that time she fell and broke her other arm.
What can I do for you?
So when we were at the doctor with her, the second time she broke her other arm, he said, you know what, I think going forward, I would just roller skate on the grass if I were you. To which my cousin replied, but you can't roller skate on the grass. And the doctor said, I know. I laughed so hard at her. All right. So yeah, we almost made 800,000, guys. We are 8,000 away from 800,000. If we hadn't had to pay that 12 grand in taxes, we'd be at 800,000 right now. And what year are we on? I think we're on year 7. Oh no, we're on year 9. Still though, the goal was 1 million before year 18, and we are definitely going to hit that. Alrighty, guys. We did stay on a little bit later tonight, but it's Friday, so it doesn't matter. It is about that time of the night, so we're probably going to go ahead and stop here. We will be back tomorrow night with more Medieval Dynasty. And how often do you stream? Stream at the same time, usually. Yeah, it's from 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night, guys. So yeah, 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. And we do have a Discord if you're interested. I usually post a lot of informative stuff there, if I can. If you're not interested, that's fine too. There's no pressure. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and log off here for the night. We will be back tomorrow. I will try to get this edited for everybody. We will leave the story times in because I think those are fun. But yeah. If you guys learned anything useful today, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night, guys, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.